Yo, let's fucking go, man. Like, my curiosity is incredibly piqued as far as what I'm gonna get with this chapter. Like, it's been a long time since there wasn't some prediction as to what's happening next, because that arc, though it was by far, in my personal opinion, the craziest arc of Tokyo Ghoul, it was also the longest arc of Tokyo Ghoul. Incredibly so, to the point where it's weird to go through a transition like this. So I'm expecting a little bit of a time skip. I don't want it to be too long. I don't necessarily know 100% exactly where we're going to go from here, though. So that has me incredibly curious. Ishida can really things to a very pivotal time with this series. But after the ending of last chapter, dude, fuck, shit is crazy. So more importantly than anything else, I want to see what moves Kaneki makes. But at the same time, I want to see the state of the CCG right now, because both things are very volatile, especially with Furta's fucking power play, dude. It's obscene. So we're gonna see what happens. I would love to get some insight into what the state of the queues is, are as well, because dude, that shit with them on was crazy. So getting into before we start, I have to say it's kind of like I'm a little bit taken aback by the fact that it's about to be the 100th chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, which means that Re has been going on for about 2 years, give or take, a couple weeks here and there. That's fucking crazy to think about how long we've been out here. Your support on Tokyo Ghoul has been amazing. I just want to thank you guys overall. Of course, I love and respect Ishida. He's one of my favorite mangaka at this point, but I want to congratulate him. I'm going to save that for next week when we get to the 100th chapter, but it's just, it's kind of crazy. So in light of that, like I've been saying leading up to this, I am going to make a special Tokyo Ghoul video. I had one in the works a while ago. I'm going to revive that project and start working on it again. But next week, separate from that project, which I'm not going to spoil, I'm going to be doing my top, I haven't decided if I'm going to do top 5 or top 10 Tokyo Ghoul characters overall, because it's been 2 years since I made that video initially, and my list has changed drastically, so I want to update that. So that's pretty much what's going to happen next week, as well as the return of, this is probably going to be, next week is going to be rather the last stream that we do, and then it's just going to be all uploaded videos from there, whether it be reviews or reactions, and I'm going to be, relying on you guys yet again to tell me if a chapter is reaction worthy on Twitter, because that's going to, dictate whether I do reviews or reactions for said chapter. So with all that said, we're going to get in. I haven't even pulled up the chapter yet, dude. That's not like me. Normally I have the shit pulled up as soon as I start the stream. Titled White, dude. What a strange chapter title. So, by the way, chat is hidden. As always, I will definitely go through it later. But let's get into this chapter. Tokyo Ghoul, Chapter 99, titled White. Tokyo is once again quiet, yet as always, both ghouls and humans walk its streets. Dude. That kind of transitioning chapter, man, it always gets me. I'm really curious about how long the time skip will be, and we're starting off with Kaneki himself, dude. Good morning. Who are you from the Zeros? Oh, okay, I was about to say, I was like, who are these motherfuckers? I like their designs, though. We're here to wake you up. The Zero Squad as a whole, man, the concept of it, once we got those revelations, I feel as though I'm going to really love these characters. They definitely need to get some serious shine going forward. This one on the right, though, I can't really tell if that's a dude or a girl. The one on the left, I'm guessing is a girl for sure. They can both be traps for all I know, so I'm not even going to question. I'm not going to get too invested there. We're here to wake you up. So wait, where is he? I'm guessing he has to be at Reed. That's the only way. Oh, so they woke him up. Come on, it's morning. I'm awake, dude. Just living with the Zero Squad. He got himself a new little family. See, that's the thing, man. You can't just leave the queues like that overall, man. You still gotta, I know he still cares about them. I'm curious to see what, their interaction would be. I mean, at this point, it's kind of fucked up, but, and look at Hirako chilling, man. That fucking stoic look on his face. Good morning. That silent nod. See, that's the thing. Basically replacing Shu on the right hand now, as far as Kaneki is concerned. The bakery right in front of the station, you mean? Yeah, the one with the melon bread. Hirako, how about for breakfast we? So smooth. Yeah, it's definitely Reed, dude. You're talking about bread again? These characters. I really want to get into them and learn their names and such. You've already eaten, haven't you? Then what about for lunch? Let's go. I have a feeling this chat is gonna be incredibly nostalgic at this point now. Want some coffee? Tastes like the managers, dude. Damn. This warms my heart though to see them back together, just sitting down, having a cup of coffee like this. No chaos ensuing, no apprehension or fear of deaths. It really does warm my heart. This is a wonderful shop. You've been here before, you know. Oh, right. Hey, why'd you have that sesame pudding haircut for all that time? Wait, well, actually, Dr. Shiba said something about how me suppressing my RC cell activity temporarily increased my melody. Yo, good man, dude. Shiba explaining this, dude. Ishida, thank you. It's not just all purely, I mean, yes, it has its heavy symbolic implications, but there had to be some explanation for the consistent transformation in time and time again, as far as the Sasaki Heisei hair color was concerned. So him suppressing his RC cells and then production is, you know, kind of the chemical in the body that's responsible for darker pigmentation. And that's why his hair color changed. I'm surprised like his skin didn't like get slightly darker as well, but interesting, man. It's not like I was dyeing it or something. I like that. I mean, that's nothing like major, but it really kind of seals the seams of the narrative a little bit and makes it more airtight. On to our next story. The cochlear raid incident that happened 1 month ago in the, okay, so we got the month time skip in December of last year. Casualties were, to think about where, and that's the thing, the progression of this series a little bit has mirrored the timeline as far as how much time has passed within the timeline of Re, and it being 2 years right now. Because if you think about where the story was a year ago, at around this time or like a month prior, it's incredibly sad, dude. It's incredibly sad. And that was around chapter, that was like right after auction. So it's been a crazy progression, I'm not gonna lie. Casualties were severe. Prison chief Haisaki and one other special dude. Haisaki got fucking roped up. Donato, dude. And one other dude, they don't even that pisses me off. I mean, nobody would realistically know. The man moves in the shadows. I hate this chair. It's too squeaky at this point. Gotta change it. But you can't mention, I mean, and that's the thing too. You still, it still makes me salty that they don't mention Arima by name, dude. He's the god, the greatest character this series has ever known. At least his photo is up there. That's all I can say. And one other special class investigator, but I don't like how they're putting him on the same level as Haisaki. And I'm guessing the only reason Haisaki got his name thrown out there too is because he was in fact the warden, and it was a raid on Cochlea. So were killed in action. 2 others suffered grave injuries. Trying to think about what investigators that would apply to. Seriously, don't think. Well, I'm not gonna think about that right now. I know it's not applying to Mogan and Aura though. The Commission of Counter Ghoul is currently, I mean, they very well could though. If they're still in line with special class, then it has to be them. But I'm guessing, yeah, they got fucked up a little bit. Commission of Counter Ghoul is currently engaged in responding to these significant losses, and I'm not surprised, dude. Kaneki came in there like a fucking fiend. Additionally, the masterminds behind this incident, former Associate Special Class Investigator Hyacinth, that photo, man. The mastermind, as if he planned everything from the. I mean, he really did, though. He really did. That's really fucked up. And former Associate Special Class Investigator Hyacinth and his co-conspirators. They got Hirako on the screen too, are being pursued by the CCG as most wanted criminals. If you have any information leading to these criminals' whereabouts, you're basically a celebrity now. That's what I'm saying, Coco. Looks like I won't be able to get a part-time job, huh? Stupid, dude. That Baka. That must be satisfying. I'm happy this dynamic hasn't really changed too much in spite of everything. What do you want me to call you? Is Kaneki okay? Yeah, just Kaneki. Good man, dude. Oh, fuck. That line is beautiful. Look at her face. You can always call me Kaneki, Toga. Realistically, you got to put the emphasis on you in that dialogue. You can always call me Kaneki, Toga, at the very least. That's fucking beautiful. I see. Well, Kaneki. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Dude, look at Reggie's face. He's like, what did I just happen upon? Damn. Bodied. Fucking hit to the blow to the face. I don't know if it was that closed or open hand. I'm guessing it was a slap to the face, dude. His head slammed into the countertop. Look at this left panel. I'm guessing that's for everything she fucking put him through. That's the only way I can contextualize that, because that was some serious shit. I can't get over Renji's face. He's like, what in the fuck is happening right here? I feel much better now. Damn. Honestly, you had to take that one. You had to take that one, bro. I can't even. There's nothing else I can say about that. Toka. Oh, Mr. Yoma, when do you arrive? Just now. We've received word from Tsukiyama. Seems the preparations are complete. Yo, what kind of movements has my boy Shu been making? Can you stand? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes! Let's go, dude! Come on! And look at how sexy Arimi looks right now. A little bit... It's weird, dude. She looks more youthful than... Like, their designs. I feel like it's just because it's been so long since Ishida's drawn them that it's a little bit off, but... Dude, come. It's good to see the man again. Like, see, that's the thing. You knew it had to be... No matter how many times I clean these fucking glasses, they're not getting any clear. I gotta actually clean them. What was I gonna say though? You know that Como was the one that saved Arimi, so it's not surprising to see him, but it's just nice to fucking see him again, dude. Devil Ape is back in full effect, dude. Finally awake, I see. What's the matter? You look like you've seen a... What the fuck? Damn, dude, what is with the men of Anteku taking these blows right now? He just fucking kicked the man in his back, dropped him. What was that for? Oh, my apologies. I just hate it when somebody has the same idea as me. Go, man. You just had to take that one too. See, there's no winning with the women of Anteku. There's no winning. You just gotta bow out, take those blows. Koma, Irimi, so you both actually were safe. Miss, this is bad. Dude, tell me exactly how this transpired. Did Arima just let them pass? Isho Arima and the Zero Squad. We'll hold them off here. The leaders should head for Route 9. We lost many of our friends and only barely escaped with our lives. We eventually met Wade. So how did they subvert him? Just they... going in alongside the rest of the Devil Apes and the Black Dogs, and then somehow slipping away. Eventually met up with Toka and the others. It seems the reason Quiche Army didn't come after us. You're quite heavy, you know. When we get out of here, I'll lose weight. I promise. Was because someone held him off. Oh, I see. So realistically, before he could even begin pursuit, that's when Kaneki stumbled in there. Courtesy of my boy Hide's direction, dude. That's what we need to talk about too. I might have to sideline that other project I was working on to do the Hide video instead, but there's way too many side things that I need to work on that I just have no fucking free time to get to. It's very frustrating. What happened with the manager was a shame, but we two old birds are still kicking. Dude, it's true. It's nice to have them back, dude. You deciding to turn back into the 20th ward there was definitely not in vain. Of course, that decision meant that we ended up having to cause you a lot of pain, but no, I'm glad. Kind of feels like Anteku all over again, doesn't it? That's what I'm saying, though, dude. The only thing is that sure we'll see him eventually. I remember last chapter he was like kind of carting Roma out of there, had her roped up and fucking restrained, but it's so fucking nostalgic right now. Like this panel right here, and I do have to say this. I'm sorry. It's just a brief side note, but Toka's got like a nice little ass going for herself right there. Like look at that curve. The curves are on point. But anyway, I digress and can't really see it. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, aside from the OG Yoshimura not being here, it really is incredibly nostalgic. All they're missing is Nishi. And it straight up beat just Anteku. I mean, Roma, I don't really want to counter him at this point. Aw, dude, look at Renji's face and Toka's as well. This chapter is warming my heart right now, dude. It's crazy. And there he is, man. Does this Four Eyes get to be a part of that group? Coming in there all casually, that scumbag grin, my boy. Dude, I'm really surprised that he can even joke around right now, though, after letting Kano slip through his fingers and not being able to rescue Kimi. But very curious as to what's going on with that as a whole. I mean, their arrangement is something that really fucks with me. I'm guessing still what I said last week, that Nishiki had to rely on him in order to ghoulify her as the only means of saving her. But if that's not the case, then I'm very curious about it. Nishio, yo, your hair is a different color again. How surprising, dude. See, I'm glad nobody just doesn't reference that at all. I'm glad we got the explanation. Told one of Banjo's lackeys to look out for Roma. Wait, they let her slip away? We're all here. Let's head over to Tsukiyama's. Oh, I'm guessing he means look after Roma, not look out for. Look out for, I mean, I guess could be the same thing. All right, I got you. I was about to say, how dare you let her slip out of your fingers now? Although by having her there, I'm curious to know to see if Pierre would actually. I don't think they make any movements to her benefit or detriment, though. It's interesting to think about. We'll keep an eye on the store. Stay safe. They're just going to parlay, yo. Let's see who we have here. We got Naki and the rest of the white suits. Fucking Kuro. Yes, dude, look at Misa with that hat, though. She really does dress like a fucking grandma, I'm not gonna lie. And that would make me eternally happy if she's the one that kind of facilitates / guides them as far as the underground is concerned. I'm not giving up on some foray into the underground, dude. I'm not giving up on that. Ayato, I didn't even notice Ayato on the left right there. So I'm wondering how many of Naki's crew survived. I mean, Oguro is still fine, but And my boy Shu, look at this swag. Look at that coat, dude. What a god. Yeah, I really love the. What the fuck is he or she? I really must know if this is in fact a girl or a guy. They seem shy. And this one actually, upon this, the one with those kind of like cut bangs does look more like a woman here. I don't know. I really can't tell. SAASS plus. Dude, she's just rattling off their rank. Dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? You know that's gonna trigger somebody. SSS plus S minus. I could go straight to associate special class if I took them all out. Stop that. Quit counting them up like that's what I'm saying, dude. And Hirako just on the side. That's basically how I qualified. They need to. I'd like if they're gonna give positions in this right now, because and seemingly Banja would deserve a nice rank too. But as far as Kaneki's right and left hand is concerned, it has to be Shu and at this point Hirako in there. And Banjo and that one investigator, Mr. Banjo. Wait, that one investigator. Mr. Banjo and Mademoiselle Hinami are over at the lady investigator's place. Wait. Hold on. And I wasn't even. I'm guessing that was Toka asking that. But what the lady even like? They are they talking about Akira? Like, I'd be surprised if Sato was actually parlaying with them at this point. Or could it be like I'm trying to think if there's anybody I'm forgetting about at this point that was kind of collaborating with them. I don't think it's anyone from Zero Squad, since this is the squad right here for the most part. Could be out here. I mean, unless the Qs have been brought into that, and then at that point, I'm guessing Hige is gone, which I don't give a shit about. But I don't know, man. That's interesting. And it seems our other investigator friend is absent today. Wait, what? Okay, this is confusing me a little bit. And you know there's a reason that Ishida is wording it like this because he wants it to remain vague. I mean, I need to go back. I need to go back and think about this later. I don't want to hold up this reaction right now. I need to definitely think about. So there has to be something I'm missing because I can't put my finger on who exactly this could be referring to. There's multiple possibilities at this stage. Welcome, my dear Kaneki. First, let us let what has transpired in the past be water under the bridge. Good man, dude. Even though he fucked you up, heavily fucked you up, then dossed you off of a rooftop. I still heavily believe that he, in the way he handled that, spared his life. But you know, Shu can never hold it against him, and you know it's probably been weighing on him too. Tsukiyama. Oh, an eye patch. How nostalgic. Everything about this fucking chapter is nostalgic as fuck. I'm sorry. Oh, well, there was an accident and... Oi. My son, dude. Damn. I'm not surprised, dude. You already know why he's going in here like that. He's never going to let Yamori's death go. Never going to let that shit go. See, that's why, despite the atrocity and how fucking that we just don't speak about Rude. We don't really talk about that. But one thing I do want to say is that at the very least that the scene they had in there of, you know, Kaneki and Naki before Naki even knew that it was him and Kaneki taking pity on him always gets, like, I always kind of think about that scene when I think about the two of them, regardless of the fact that it's not canon. But bro, what is the matter? This guy's the one-eyed king. No one told me about this. I'll never forget that mug. That's the bastard that killed God, brother, dude. He's not, I'm telling you, he's not letting that shit go. I'll fucking kill this kid. You can try. You're going to get destroyed, Naki. I love you, man, but the famed one-eyed king is this human-loving shithead, bro. Yo, watch yourself, son. We are here to protect Ken Kaneki. That is all. Yep, we won't let Mr. Kisho's last wish go unfulfilled. Dude, I love the Zero Squad right now. I fucking love the Zero Squad. These people helped me escape from Cochlea. They're our friends. To you, maybe. Oi, you ghouls. Who's an enemy and who's an ally? It makes no difference to me. I have only one ally here. And who is that you're referring to, Kuro? Just like the Shiro that you still believe to be on your stomach? Or could you be talking about Nishi at this point? Either way, I'm guessing it's Shiro, which kind of already gave you the explanation. And you're clinging to false at the very least, you're far more powerful than you were by integrating her into your body in the first place. What's the point of this little gathering? Are the Algiri stragglers and the cafe workers here to have a cup of tea or something? Yo, Kuro, watch yourself. All I care about is whether or not we're gonna kill Kano. I'll help you if that's what we're gonna do. See, I'm curious to think about the fact that if Kaneki would actually order the assassination of Kano, I think he just want him incapacitated, unable to conduct experiments anymore. But we'll see what he is. I want him to be a little bit ruthless in his endeavors going forward. Naki of the white suits, you all have lost your roots, Algiri. How do you expect to continue living in this world if you make enemies of these people? Scraped our way up from nothing. We don't need no organizations or Algiris, dude. Base, he looks so fucking OG with the fucking overcoat, dude. Kaneki Ken. Oi, grandma. I am a former executive. You gotta stop calling it that, though. You really do. You don't even understand, Naki. He has feelings for you, man. I'm a former executive of Algiri Tree. Misa, captain of the Blades. One of your friends saved my life back on the island. I'm quite interested in what you all seek. That little wave from Shu. What is that? No, don't mind. What a good man. I want to hear your thoughts before I make my decision. Will you leave or will you stay? Me, the one-eyed king. Yo, Eto! Dude, I still refuse to believe that Eto is down till I see that. Here's the thing, because since that chapter, and I've said the same thing over and over again. On the one hand, and in terms of the narrative, and providing depth and just broadening the scope of it, having Eto die there alongside the death of Arima, and the mantle being passed to Kaneki, having the revelations of their whole plan laid bare from the beginning, I think her death kind of solidifies and cements that and makes it more impactful overall. But at the same time, she's my goddess, dude. I don't want Eto dead. And it's fucking Tokyo Ghoul. It's Ishida. Until there's 100% certainty. Like, the people that did the CCG has to have done cleanup of Cochlea and outright state, and it has to be somebody in the inner circle of the top, in Furuta and his little, because Matsuri, and that's the thing, that's why I want to see the CCG too, because I don't really know how that's going to reconcile itself. And if we're just going to operate for the shadows, or he's taking it all for himself, and what Matsuri is going to do in response to that. But nevertheless, if it's not one of them, if it doesn't come from like Furuta, Donato, I don't know what Uta's going to really be doing. I mean, at this point, he's pretty much in league as well. Or somebody from V. If it doesn't say from their mouth that Eto is dead, I'm not believing it, dude. Because think about every single person in this series that was supposedly dead. Most people come back, dude. I mean, Hide's just taking longer than others. But nevertheless, I got sidetracked. I digress. Let's fucking go. What reason would I have to do such a thing? Quit asking so many questions. I'll answer you, though. To be honest, you yourself wouldn't. You wouldn't have a reason to do it. The ones with the reason are the ghouls. If no one steps up, ghouls will continue to die without rhyme or reason. and this puppet-like world will dance on. That might not be a bad thing in and of itself, but the world's like an egg. To give birth to something, you've got to destroy the world right before your eyes. Bringing that that metaphor back yet again. It's probably what, like the 5th time it's been referenced and brought up, including part 1, and then playing that off of, you know, Takatsuki Sen's work, Black Goat's Egg, and everything of that nature. Ishida's a fucking genius, dude. And that's the perfect way to spur Kaneki forward, because you know damn well he can kind of understand that thought process, and on top of that, at the end of the day, and I feel like as though Amon and Hide are both still instrumental in this, but they have to push in order for Kaneki to be that bridge between both worlds and protect each, which is how it seemingly is shaping up to be. The kicker is, you've only been given the power to crack the egg. So I ask, who are you? Wait. See, the position of the only here makes sense in the translation. Like, if it's supposed to be only you've been given the power to crack the egg, or you've been given the power only to crack the egg, it kind of changes the meaning a little bit. But all right, I'm not gonna think about that. It's purely semantics. I am the ghoul that killed Kisho Arima, indeed, which means you are the strongest ghoul in this world, dude. That is why you should become the king. All that's left is for you to choose. Will you or won't you? I will carry on the last wish of the previous king and create a world where ghouls and humans... That's what I'm saying, dude. The thing is, that's a near impossible task. I don't know how... That alone, the very fact that he's framing this as his goal, to me, there's no other mechanism that can be used. It's gonna have to drag quite a bit longer, and I feel as though, knowing Ishida, he would rather do 1 to 2 more arcs of Re and then jump into part 3 than make this stretch as long as it would need to go. But we'll see, and create a world where ghouls and humans can understand each other. Dude, look at the white suit's reaction and Kuro's face. Dude, man, these reactions are actually hilarious. Like Ayato with that little snicker. Damn, and Kuro's just straight up laughing in the man's face. I was wondering what sort of nonsense you were gonna spout, but and they actually translate. That's weird. That makes me that feels kind of weird. I don't normally use that word. That's strange. Looks like my older brother's a bit of an idiot. Did you get Kano to turn your brain cells into RC cells too? How do you presume we get them to understand each other? Ghouls and humans, I mean. We talk it out. Kaiki, don't tell me you're slipping back into some semblance of naivete like that. We can't have that right now. Like I said, are you serious or are you insane? Ghouls are to be exterminated. In order to live, we must kill and eat humans. The reason our mutually destructive relationship has never changed is because we have never together made an attempt at even the smallest step forward. Ghouls and humans can understand each other. The fact that I, who was once a human, stand here before you is proof enough. Dude, I love this panel. Fucking claw-like fingers, dude. That regenerative prowess is crazy. What is important is that we talk. But there's little chance they'll agree to such a thing, which is why we bring them to the table by force. Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. What is this right here? Who the fuck are these fiends? Here today, I hereby inaugurate an anti-human organization. This Kaneki's not playing games, dude. If he's relying on fiends like this, bow down. These are the ghouls that he freed from Cochlea. Former Cochlea inmate S rank Fuga. That appearance is fucking disturbing. These guys, the ghouls that escaped Cochlea, the rabble that Kaneki let escape. First, we speak with the CCG. Our organization's name will be Goat. Yo, let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. I'm not. Translation of kanji read black goat. I'm not calling it goat. I mean, I feel like if I call it goat, people are going to be confused as to what I'm actually saying half the time anyway. I'm calling it the Black Goat Organization, man, which is an amazing fucking name for this. Especially symbolically just playing off of Black Goat's egg, but the amount, yeah, this is going to be fucking hype. We will change the very framework of this world with these hands and this last wish. Bro. The man isn't playing games out here. Next issue, celebration of 100 chapters with a color cover. Let's fucking go. This chapter was fucking brilliant. This is probably one of my favorite transitionary chapters in Tokyo Ghoul as a whole. Like the nostalgia levels, this last scene with Kaneki declaring his goal. Damn. Absolutely amazing. I gotta read this a couple more times. I gotta find out, I gotta look into deeper what's up with this line that Shu said. On what page was that on anyway? Before Naki attacked the man. So I'm guessing like 11, 12, 13. Yeah, page 13. That one investigator, the lady investigator's place, and it seems our other investigator friend is absent today. Like, I'm really curious as to who they're referring to in these lines. Is it Akira? You know, have the Qs, you know, joined him as well, and the remnants of them, because I'm assuming at the very least Hige needs to have died there. Honestly, I'm sorry, Hige needs to have died there. Or are there people that I'm forgetting about, dude? So that's something that has me really curious. But other than that, very straightforward chapter, a lot there to consider. Let me check out the chat for a bit. The first thing I see is Goat versus Penguin. Oh my fucking god, that's it right there though. Straight up. They need to call it. Furuta needs to call his little faction that shit. It very well could be Amon. I don't think they would refer to Sato as an investigator. Marude is a good possibility as well. Marude is definitely a good possibility as well, if we think about the fact that it was one of them that rescued him rather than Amon having gone in there and killed Yoshitoki. So I actually really like that. I actually really like that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying too. It could be one of the, like, it could be Urie, Akira is a possibility. Marude, I like that thought. Marude is definitely a possibility. Yeah, lady. See, the lady. That's my initial thought, and I still believe that it's Akira. But I'm curious as to what happened to Sato. If Sato, like, is Sato really in league with them now? Is a big question that I have. If he dropped off Akira with them, but I'm guessing it's her, especially with her bond with Kaneki at this point. I mean, but if it's just fully referring to a spectrum of the Qs, then it could be Psycho or Shao at that point. But I don't really think Shao would join them to that extent. I think that the only Qs that would really work with Kaneki would be the originals, and then he'd have to have explained the truth to them. I don't think it'd be easy for Urie to stomach that in the first place. I think Urie is still going to be under Matsuri's control for a while longer. Yeah, no, Marde knows the truth. That's why Marde is a huge possibility. See, that's the thing too. They took out the third faction by kind of consolidating Piero with Fuerte and his shit and V. Although I still want there to be, and then the biggest things I still want are Hide and Rise in some fashion. I need to see Rise at this point. It's absolutely necessary. It's absolutely and there and Zara says it just as I'm thinking it too. Yeah, exactly. I still think that Piero can still make some ridiculous moves. Especially with Donato being there. See, I'm very curious endgame what Uta and ultimately does, because for those of you that don't know, I mean, you really should, because you stare at him every single time I do a stream. But Uta is one of my favorite characters in this series. That hasn't changed. So I'm very curious to see how his character plays out as well. Scroll back up through this. And chat's been going crazy because I can barely get past like the very end of the chapter. Demi-humans. I don't know about Demi. They're all. I mean, if you're referring into in the sense as to the explanation of what, how individuals that were raised in the garden were crafted, via Washu experiments, and then yes, all of them are of that caliber. All of them have heightened physical ability, and all of them have accelerated aging as a result. They're pretty much just like not as good versions of Arima. All right, some of these comments are just hilarious. Dude, I fucking love the goat versus penguin thing. That's hilarious. Oh, I definitely think Amon's still alive. For sure, I still think Amon's still alive. But I just want to see their movements, and we really saw nothing from the CCG angle. I don't want them using Chapter 100 for that. Really, like, show me some Rise in Chapter 100, Ishida. That's what I love. Anything. I mean, I would say Hide, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for that right this second. And we still have to contend with Scarecrow as well. So Kano has Kimi with him and his horde of his fucking horde of disgusting naked Q type experiments, but I'm curious to see what kind of moves him. I mean, he's just gonna continue his research, but he's gonna have to align with somebody. He's not going to keep himself afloat unless he's gathered more material at this point. I mean, we still have yet to see the Gagi and Gugi experimentations come to fruition. Could still potentially resurrect Shirazu in some sense, but I'd rather never see that happen. Yoshimura is still, I mean, he was still being farmed. I'm guessing he had to leave him behind when they left Ru, though. But he did say, did ask him if he got the material, so it might extend to all of that. But anyway, I gotta end this here because it's already a long fucking stream as it is. But please smash that like button if you enjoyed the stream. That would be greatly appreciated. There's a lot of you here, so I don't see why. The discrepancy between likes to amount of viewers, guys can do a little bit better than that. But either way, like I said, next week I'm going to be updating. I think I'm gonna do top 10. I'm gonna be updating my top 10 characters in Tokyo Ghoul, and Chapter 100 will be like the last live stream that we really do, at least for the foreseeable future. After that, it's going to be uploaded videos. So awesome chapter, a lot to contend with. The setup is amazing, absolutely crazy. Fucking Goat versus Penguin, dude.